to Tattoo Titans. Here, the best professional tattoo artists from around the country battle each other and the clock as they compete for $10,000.
Damn, talk about stress.
To get it, they'll have their skills tested in 3 rounds of challenges.
It's gonna be badass.
Our panel of industry heavyweights will judge the artist's work.
She looks like an angel that landed on her face.
In this battle, 4 tattoo artists will enter, but only 1 will leave with bragging rights and the cash prize.
The downfall for you is not realizing where your boundaries are.
Who will take home the $10,000 and the title of Tattoo Titan? First enter the tattoo shop, Michael O'Reek from Lakeland, Florida.
I'm Michael O'Reek, a.k.a. Mike the Freak. I've been tattooing for about 20 years now. My clients really like my photorealistic type of work I do, like and hyperrealism, but I'm always welcome for anything to pop in the door. Like, I'm the type of artist, I don't like to stick to one style. I'm good at multiple styles, so this is my dream. Show America what the freak can do.
Next up, Chris Thomas from Little Rock, Arkansas.
I've been tattooing for 17 years. The styles that I do are neo-traditional, traditional, Americana. Just do a little bit of it all. I eat, live, breathe, tattoo 24/7.
Next up, Jeff Hubbard from Birmingham, Alabama.
Being self-taught is a hard road. Nowadays, it's actually looked down upon. I don't think I was ready to really open a shop when I did, but I did it. I'm newly married. We have a little 9-month-old baby named Nala. I'm here to win Tattoo Titan to really show everybody that I can leave somewhere like a small city in Alabama, come in front of the whole nation, and do what I do best.
And our final artist, Chastity Ubbley from Mobile, Alabama.
I've been tattooing nearly 20 years. I love to do cartoons, caricatures. I like to do black and gray work. And I had a couple of years of being a Cher impersonator. I performed it in a bar, and then I started getting calls everywhere to do the show, and it was a hit.
Artists, you'll be competing in 3 different rounds: Skin's Choice, Artist's Choice, and Judge's Choice. Now, let's meet our judges. Bernadette Macias is one of the most recognized tattoo models working today. Besides appearing on the cover of countless magazines worldwide, she is also the face of Sullen Clothing. Jace Seiler is one of the most in-demand illustrators in the art world today. You can see his work from everything from Time magazine to Hollywood blockbusters like Alice in Wonderland. Finally, Ami James. Ami James not only starred on Miami Ink, but he also owns tattoo parlors all over the world. He's the owner of the South Beach Tattoo Parlor, Love Hate Tattoos.
I see the one man that kind of idolized when I was a younger tattoo artist, Ami James. I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna tear my stuff apart. That's a picky man.
In this round, your skins are all people who've lost a loved one, and they want a tattoo to remember them by. You'll find a personal item in your tattoo cases that your skin has left for you. Your challenge is to use that item as the centerpiece for your tattoo. And this tattoo is going to help them pay proper tribute to the ones they've lost. You have a total of 3 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. If your tattoo doesn't pop, you will be marked out. Artists, please open your cases.
Wow.
Okay, the items are a palm tree, a pocket rosary, a butterfly, and a book.
Now here's the trick to tattooing a book. You've got to be able to show the depth of the book, the thickness of the pages, the side binder. Doing a book is a really hard tattoo to do.
Artists, remember, you have 3 hours on the clock. Your time starts now. Skins, come on in and meet your artists.
How's it going, man?
How are you? Dominic, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's a little bit of inspiration you got going on here?
Going from my grandmother. She actually passed away a couple of years ago. So I was wanting to get something just to remember her by.
And this is something she carried in her pocket?
Always for good luck. She always kept it in her wallet, always kept it on her.
Hello, how are you? I'm Christina. Nice to meet you.
I'm Jeff. It's nice to meet you.
So I've got this palm tree here. It represents a trip to Jamaica that I took with my best friend.
This palm tree is in memory of her best friend that passed away.
Well, I'd like kind of like a beachy background theme. Okay. And then I'd like her hands, you could kind of like use mine because she had like the nails like mine. Her hands holding a necklace.
This is gonna really mean a lot to her. I gotta pull this off. I can't mess this up.
Hi, I'm Chastity. How are you?
Good, nice to meet you. This is a book from my grandmother. She used to collect antiques. She passed away about 2 years ago. She was an avid reader, an avid antique collector, so this sort of has 2 meanings to me. you know, between her love of books and the love of antiques.
The pressure's crazy because it's a sentimental tattoo. It's not just something that he's picked off the wall. It's very heartfelt.
How you doing, Mike?
How's it going, Mike? Derek.
Butterfly, huh?
Butterfly, yeah.
What's the significance behind this piece?
My niece was a special girl. She was 5 years old. It was summer of 2011. It was taken to the emergency room. It was a brain tumor, DIPG.
Ouch. Yeah, so I'm talking to my skin, and he wants this memorial tattoo for his niece that passed away, and I'm automatically just like, oh, that's just so horrible. And I'm looking at this guy, and I'm just seeing the expression on his face, and he's obviously devastated by it.
Whenever we see a butterfly, we think of Gabby.
So, hey, let's make this work, man. This could be beautiful. It'll be great.
Do your hands how you want them, and I'll draw those, okay? Come over here, come over here. So I'm asking her how she wants to incorporate this palm tree. Well, she barely wants a palm tree. She wants her hands. I'm thinking, well, why don't you just put hands in the box? And that's hard to do. That's exactly how you want them, like that? Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. So.
You know, a pocket watch.
Pocket watch.
Yeah,
Pocket watch would be great.
like that would be perfect.
We're going to try to make an antique pocket watch somehow or another with the chain draping into the middle of the book.
So I was hoping to get them like a silhouette of children releasing a balloon, and hence where the butterfly comes into play.
First of all, this is way too much stuff going on here, and I only have 3 hours. Are you set on having the balloons into it?
I was, yes.
Look at that. Nailed it, too.
First try.
My item is a pretty flat, simple little item. So what I want to do is take a Sacred Heart, put it in the middle, and wrap a flame around it to give the dynamic and depth that it needs. I'm not going home in the first round.
This book is an actual book, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get this book onto paper. And I strictly panicked instead of going and finding reference material.
Do all kinds of stuff on the fly, so I mean that's where it's all going to go down. So the heart will be shaded up and rounded up, and it's going to be badass.
I think it looks like a badass butterfly.
Good stuff.
You're cool. Right there is perfect. I'm going to work from that angle to get these numbers laid in. Tattooing the watch is not working out. The stencil has wiped off. So I've got to manage to squeeze these numbers in a round circle and have them all end up in even spaces. Well, we're working on that.
Yes, I am a man, and I have a tattoo of a butterfly.
That's going to be awesome, dude. Don't worry about it. This guy wants to get some balloons and a butterfly, and I have to make this manly. So I'm thinking that I can apply this art style called biosmoke in the background that looks a little bit more masculine than opposed to bubbly clouds, floating balloons.
Hello. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm very well. You like being so far away from all your tools?
Yeah, actually I do.
Just like to slide back and forth like bowling ball?
I like the travel.
All right, traveling is good.
I mean, I'm already nervous. I'm already tattooing a design that I can't quite get a handle on. And you come by and you throw some wisecracks. Just go on to the next guy and insult them, okay?
How you doing?
What's up, Mommy?
Doing good? Did you, you drew this off, or you drew,
I
you
drew it
sketched
and then
everything?
just made a stencil out of the drawing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You drew the hands, huh?
I do. She held her hands there and sketched them
Sketched
out
it
real
out?
quick. Yeah. That makes me nervous. You don't try to freehand anything that's an actual object in real life. This is kind of breaking the rules of tattoo law.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, no stress, but clock is ticking.
Don't move.
It's Team Butterfly.
Team Butterfly.
How you feeling?
I'm all right. Hanging in there. Ah.
I feel going into elimination that I have a good solid tattoo. I look at it, wipe it down. I'm pretty satisfied with it. The client is ecstatic about it.
If I'm gonna be the first person eliminated in this competition, I don't want to go back home. It'd be embarrassing. Damn hands. We're gonna do little itty-bitty little touch-ups. We're gonna do like little tiny white highlights and stuff.
What are we doing right now?
Putting color in your gold watch. It's a point in time where you just have to accept it is what it is. I've had a lot of elements going against me from the beginning, probably my own anxiety.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machines down. Artists, your skins all wanted a tattoo in memory of a lost loved one. The judges have all had a chance to review your work. But before we hear from them, they want to hear from you. Chris, please tell the judges about your work.
He brought in the rosary, his grandmother passed away, and then he asked about a Sacred Heart, if I could fit it in there. I'm pretty satisfied with it.
I look at tattoos in more of an artistic way. I am an illustrator and a fine artist. My issue that I'm having with this is just, this looks more like smoke than fire to me. The other thing was, I don't understand these things here. It makes it look like there's like these craters or these gigantic pores in the skin or something. Well, what are those supposed to be?
Just
though?
like embers from, you know, like burning embers.
So Chris, let's start with the good things about this tattoo. It's super solid. Outline, super crisp. All in all, this is a good, solid tattoo. What I could have liked to see more of was creativity. We've been through this 1,000 times in a tattoo shop when someone gives you a boring subject, and it's up to us to really make it more than it is.
I mean, I was just working with a little small something, and yeah, I could have probably gave it more.
So would you say that you purposely played it safe this round? This is a safe tattoo for you?
It's safe, yeah, safe.
But will safe get you all the way to the final round?
No. So the judges tell me I'm playing it safe, and I agree, but that's part of my strategy so I don't go home in the first round.
Mike, please describe your work to the judges.
Now you're gonna do a butterfly and try to make it look manly. So I thought by giving him a little bit of an eyebrow in there, kind of gave him a little bit of an expression, and I think this will make it more masculine.
I love your color saturation in this. I love the color choices that you put inside the butterfly. It's very beautiful. All the colors go well together. The only thing that kind of threw me off was that you have all these super bright, beautiful colors, and then this strange background.
It was a hard decision to make of what to do with the background. I was like,
yeah.
By adding it's kind of like a signature style that I developed. It's kind of like a bio smoke type stuff that I put in the background, and I incorporated that with it just to give it a little bit more masculinity.
This area here, you've got a tangent happening here where the balloon is meeting very close with this thing here, and it's a little bit too tight. So what I think would have been cooler is if you had the balloons coming up and they were actually overlap that a little bit. Compositionally, that would be a little bit stronger.
Very solid tattoo.
Thank you, thank you.
Clean outline, bright colors. All in all, you did what was necessary.
Thank you.
Chastity, tell the judges about your tattoo.
My skin had memories of his grandmother reading books to him. She was a book collector. She was also an antique collector. And so I put a stopwatch in, and then he also wanted the scripture of the rest in peace and her name.
Looking at this tattoo, I don't want to start pounding it, so I could tell you where you started making your mistake, and I think is by how you picked your design. I've never seen a watch that doesn't close the circle. You know, a pocket watch is supposed to be 2 circles connected with a little lock in the middle. There's just an open space there. They're all spaced differently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, a heart, I don't know, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it. I could say so much more, but I don't think I need to.
Are you happy with this tattoo?
I'm not happy with the depth size of the book. I wish that I could have found better reference material. And I'm also not happy with the inside of the watch.
My work is in print, and that is on someone's body forever. That does not look like a book. And a book is, you know, a very simple thing. And you had the real book there.
If we decide to keep you, are we going to see something better than this?
Yes, definitely.
Jeff, tell the judges about your work.
No, I'm not a fan of it, to be honest with you.
Not a fan of your own tattoo.
I'm a color guy.
You're a color guy. Well, you took a huge chance with this tattoo.
I did.
In the middle of a competition, which I don't think that's very smart. The #1 hardest thing to do in a human figure is your hands. This is your knuckle lines.
Okay, I see.
You see how far you went down?
I do.
I've probably done more than 500 praying hands, but I've never in my life ever tried a freehand praying hands, nor draw them on a piece of paper and bring them to the table. So this was a really big, huge chance you took, and to me, you kind of fumbled on it. It's a little disappointing.
Compositionally, maybe there's a different way to tell the story. It's something about the hands, because it's just huge. You just see the hand. And the rest of it is sort of chaotic, and you have to like really look like, what is that? Is that waves? I just think that it was rushed, and you could have slowed down a little bit on the anatomy, and because we all have hands. We know what they look like. We have them. And it's the thing about hands and faces is that, people are going to notice that right away.
I think it's obvious what's wrong with this tattoo. There's no point repeating. I did realize that your skin was very picky and demanding, and she wanted a lot.
I'm kind of surprised there wasn't hands on the box because she wanted the hands so bad.
And you gave her every single thing that she asked for, so
Thought it was
that's a plus. You gave her what she wanted.
Artists, we've heard from the judges. If it's your tattoo that shows up on the monitor, you've been marked out. Artists, we've heard from the judges. If it's your tattoo that shows up on the monitor, you've been marked out.
Chastity, we all have to realize what our boundaries are before we attempt to do it. And it seems to me that the downfall for you is not realizing where your boundaries are.
Good luck, you guys. For me, the worst part is not being able to show them what I've really got and what I can do in the next round. I definitely regret that. I wish that I would not have panicked and just thought it through.
Artists, please open your tattoo cases. Your theme is heaven and hell.
I opened the case and it's got an angel and a devil. I was like, perfect, look at me. I got this all day long.
Your challenge is to use the flash art as inspiration for your tattoo. You will have a total of 3 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. All right, artists, your time starts now.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Mike.
Hi, Tasha. I already have kind of a couple ideas, but I don't know.
I have an idea. That would be amazing. How about something incorporated with just a woman, right? But she's kind of transforming, like she's kind of good and bad at the same time. So I think it'd be kind of cool if like you have this beautiful woman just kind of sitting there, but she's like crying blood. I really want to do my design, and nothing's going to stop me. Hell no. So a little bit of freak charm now. I got this down packed. All I need is a little bit of massage and some Patron, and it's a date.
What's up, man? We can do that.
Step in there. We got some heaven and hell, life and death. We're gonna come up with something really creative. I've got a few things going on in my mind, and we'll make it happen, man. Where are you trying to put this thing?
Right here.
Awesome. Great canvas. And big.
What's up, man?
What's going on? I'm Alex.
Jeff. All right. Heaven and hell. Where are you thinking about putting it?
Probably my thigh, somewhere around here.
Let's see the area. You got anything on it already?
No.
Okay.
All
good
clear.
and clean.
Yeah.
Great spot. I'm thinking Mike and Chris are a threat. They're very talented artists. To beat them, I've got to do what I do back home. I got to do what I do best. I got to do my implied realism and use color and really bring my A game. I've got an idea to kind of think outside the box, kind of go with two animals representing the light and the dark. So, Lamb of God, Hellhound. Why not?
So what do you think? Yeah, that's dope. I'm totally down.
Sweet. Let's do it, dude.
I'm gonna do a half skull, half woman. More like a worm dirt theme, like in the ground, doing a little bit of organic pieces at the bottom. And when you die, my theory is you're all worm dirt. I'm feeling pretty confident about the design.
I really like this drawing because this is who I am. This is something I'm confident I'm going to do, and it's a winner. It's definitely going to reflect my personality, and hopefully the judges will be able to see that. And it ain't a freaking butterfly with balloons. That's my sketch.
She's very beautiful.
I was hoping you'd like that.
What color eyes are you gonna do?
Green.
Of course.
Like yours, Dolly. So I got my stencil on her, and I'm tattooing, and I'm noticing I have an issue here. For some reason, your body does not want to take the black. It's like I have to go over every line twice. That's going to slow me down substantially. This area just has a really high elasticity factor.
Mike is a pretty good liner. My skin's too stretchy, my blah, blah, blah. I mean, is all I heard.
The way your skin is, it's not, to get the right tones, it's just gonna give me trouble. Can you just sit still? Hard.
I gotta make this lamb look white, because if I don't, these judges are gonna kill me. And so I'm trying to throw a little pink into it, a little blues into it every now and some smoky colors down at the bottom, and trying to get him to look white without him actually being white. That's a trick in tattooing, and it's kind of a play on the eyes a little bit.
Starting to feel that pressure with the stencil going away. Now I start looking at the clock. My whole idea initially was to not look at the clock.
The skin just does not like me. Time's definitely pressuring me, and Ami James walks in and is like, oh, great.
What's going on, freaky?
The elasticity factor is really high, and it's really slowing me down and impairing me. Normally a piece like this, I would take 5 hours to complete.
Why?
I have to go over every line twice just to get it in her skin.
All right, well, let me leave you alone.
We are gonna pull it off.
All right, hang in there. How's it going here?
Man, we're getting freaky with it, man.
What's going on in here?
You know, I was thinking initially like the half devil, half angel, but it's been done so many times, so.
All right.
Ami stopped by, said, what's up? Didn't really knock anything. I'm going to the next round. You're gonna see me in the end anyway, so that's what's going on, so that's what we do.
Guys, clock is ticking.
So I'm standing up and I'm going at it, and I look back at the clock. I'm like, damn, we're gonna get this done. Making me tattoo like it's f***ing NASCAR.
So we're down to minutes, and I'm just freaking out. Am I gonna finish this tattoo? I'm gonna get sent home if I have an unfinished tattoo. Sucks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machines down. Artists, say goodbye to your skins.
Awesome meeting you, man. Yeah, hell yeah. Enjoy it. Thanks, brother.
Damn, talk about stress. Going into elimination, I don't think I'm making it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It's not complete enough. Oh, so I wanna break right now, seriously.
Very confident with what I've done. It's my strong suit with the bold lines, clean application, and I feel like I have one up on them.
Artists, your skins all got tattoos about heaven and hell. The judges have all had a chance to review your work, but before you hear from them, they want to hear from you. Mike, please tell the judges about your tattoo.
She wanted something to kind of overcome diversity in her life and kind of fight with her own inner demons. So I kind of created something that had like, well, it was like a half devil, half angel thing.
I look at this tattoo, and there's way more negatives to the positives.
I didn't get to fully complete it the way I would have liked to. And
you think time
would
have actually helped you?
Yes, indeed. I mean, there's some things that were complicated because I had to change my game plan because of her texture of her skin. I wanted to go fully realistic, but she wasn't taking the lights very well, so I ended up having to line things that I didn't want to line.
You're absolutely right. There is skin with a lot more elasticity to it. I don't take the excuses of elasticity. The way I go about it is by laying them down. I would have used my elbow to stretch one side and used my hand to stretch, and I would have knocked this tattoo out. And you should know that.
Her eyes bug me so much. Her horns aren't lined up. Her head
Well, one's
is
actually,
deformed.
sorry to interrupt you, one of them is actually supposed to be a half a halo. That's why it's behind her.
Well, that's the least of the problems on this tattoo. She looks like a fallen angel that landed on her face.
The idea could be a little bit more clear. For example, an idea that you could have done is you could have actually drawn a halo, you know, two different pieces, two different angles, and there's maybe some pieces falling. Something to make it a little bit more clear, like, because I don't think anyone's going to look at that and think, oh, that's a broken halo.
I feel like my heart just dropped to the floor and the devil just grabbed it and ate it.
Chris, please tell the judges about your work.
I got this theory, you know, when we all die, we're gonna become worm dirt. So I went with more like the good-bad thing. Kind of put some of my new school flair, a little bit of the bold lines, a little trickiness. I'm very pleased with it. It's pretty rad. I had fun doing the piece.
The good things, I thought, just overall as a tattoo, is it felt complete. But, you know, other than that, I have a lot of issues artistically with it. The story is just not very clear here. It's very chaotic. The story is king. It's the most important thing. You have to have a good story. Without that, don't even bother going to the next step.
I love that you attempted creativity in this, although it's very unclear the point of your tattoo. I still kind of don't get it. What is this supposed to be, the screen thing? Is that like a rock, a piece of the moon or something? What is
Well,
this?
it's just a bioplay, just an organic piece of like the earth, or, I mean, it's more of a new school thing. I mean, it's...
You call this style what?
That would be more of a new school, you know, with a little bit of influence.
I call that preschool. I just don't get it. I've been tattooed for 21 years. People stopped doing biomechanical about 20 years ago, and you still call it new school. New school is what's hot and what's not. And what's really it right now is definitely not biomechanical worms going through a piece of dirt. That's old. You gotta move on, bro. There's such a small portion of this being a woman that I don't see. And I'll tell you what, if I had to date one of these, I might take the right side. I just don't know which one's the devil, which one's an angel, because they're both so butt ugly.
You know, that's a solid-ass tattoo. It's good. The dude's happy. I'm happy. You know, whatever. I respect Tommy James' opinion. I don't think he had to take it that far. Whatever. It is what it is.
Last up, Jeff.
Well, I want to go kind of think outside the box on this one and not do what everybody would expect with heaven and hell with the angel and the devil, and kind of do something that represents that, like Lamb of God and Hellhound.
Leaving round one, out of the three of you, you were the weakest link in here. And I'm sure the two tattoo artists next to you came into round two thinking it was between them two. And all of a sudden, you pulled this out of your ass, and I don't know how. Because out of all three of you, this is the more creative tattoo.
Thank you.
I think the two artists next to you now are feeling the pressure for the first time from you.
I'm so impressed.
Thanks.
Before, your line work was off, the design was off, the layout was off, everything was off. This is freaking awesome.
Thank you.
Should I be mean to you to get another good tattoo out of you? Or are you gonna do another good one?
I can take it, so.
The thing that I liked about it immediately was it was very clear what's happening. Like the message is there, but it's not like a demon and an angel. So I thought it was clever, and I thought it was cool.
I do feel like I'll prove something to the judges this time.
The fact that we put a lot of doubt into one of the artists
and he
came back with the best second round tattoo.
Now it's like, okay, which one am I less disappointed with?
Yeah.
Artists, we've heard from the judges. If it's your tattoo that shows up on the monitor, you've been marked out. Artists, we've heard from the judges. If it's your tattoo that shows up on the monitor, you've been marked out.
Chris, when I look at Mike's tattoo, it just makes more sense to me on heaven and hell. And that's the only reason Mike beat you on this one. With yours, it's just harder.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the opportunity.
My pleasure, brother.
The judges got it wrong. I'm a lot stronger artist than Mr. Hat, Mr. Clown, Mr. Makeup, whatever he's got on. They just sent the best guy home.
Congratulations, Jeff and Mike. You've made it to the final round.
I was like, yes, I'm still in this competition.
One of you is going to be the next tattoo titan walking away with $10,000. But first, you'll face off in one last challenge, Judge's Choice. Here, the judges are going to choose a style for your final tattoo. Artists, please open your tattoo cases.
As we all know it, what usually goes into a photo album is a picture. You guys will be challenged on a portrait today.
With portrait tattooing, this is the hardest form of tattooing. I don't care what anybody says. Portrait's the hardest. One little eye off, anything, and it's not that person.
Also, all of these portraits need to be in black and gray, no color.
You will have 4 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. Artists, 4 hours, $10,000. Your time starts now.
Matt.
Jeff.
Very nice to meet you. How you
See
doing?
what you got.
All right. Picture here of my daughter.
Oh, wow.
Kyle.
How old is she?
She'll be 2 in October.
I can't mess this up. Where I'm from, I'm in high demand for portraits, and these people are going to be watching. They can't see me mess up a portrait.
How's it going? Mike, pleasure to meet you.
Sean, nice to meet you, too.
Just gonna go have a seat here and see what you got.
You got it. This is my 2-month-old baby daughter. She hit 2 months yesterday.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, yeah.
How cute.
She looks like me.
Looking at this photo of this infant, her eyes are closed, and I was like, I really wanted those eyes open so I can really add life to those. It's so hard to do a portrait with their eyes shut and really make it really just pop on, be strong. Do you want to incorporate just the face, or you want to keep the hands and everything in there too as well?
Yeah, I like maybe like from here here up. Let's
awesome, cool.
And what you do with a portrait is you set it down on stencil paper and you draw over everything, get everything you need, place out your shading, place the eyes and everything. You got to get everything in perfect order. It's not that person.
So stencil, what do you think? Comfortable with the placement?
Yeah.
Cool. Run, run, rabbit! Run, rabbit, run!
Something wrong with that guy.
Here we go.
All right.
I'm doing this tattoo every time before I'd hit my foot pedal thinking, $10,000. Is this a $10,000 mistake? Are you going to put this too dark? Are you going to put this too light?
Kind of start way at the bottom and work your way up so I don't wipe off my stencil, which is crucial. That has to stay there. If you wipe that off, you're screwed. There goes an eyeball, there's no nose, and all of a sudden you got like no face.
It's so quiet in here, man.
Right?
It's because there's a lot of concentration being put into these things here.
Of course, man.
Focusing. You're focusing. That's good. It's good. You always want to focus while doing a portrait. The one thing I would suggest you do is put it always in the same direction, slap it right under him. This is how you should always look at it, so your eyes would just go like this the whole time. It's a lot easier to read.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Big Jeff. You better put a neck on that or something. I really hope for you, because she's looking like Benny Hill if you don't put something that's just popping out of nowhere.
Ah, crap. He asked for just the face, but
don't do that.
Figure it out.
It's your job to tell him what he needs to get. Just fade down a little bit from the neck down.
Just a little bit.
Just something.
Will do.
All right? All right, brother. Good luck, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right, man, thanks.
In order to wrap this up, I got to get those highlights down perfect and make sure they're in the right place and not to overdo them.
We're coming down to the final minutes. Look at Ami in the back of my head saying you can't make it a floating head. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to bring just a little bit of shading down, just make it look like she's got just a little bit of a neck, and maybe that'll make him happy.
Five, four, three, two, one. Time's up, machines down. Artists, say goodbye to your skins.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, the neck thing. It just eats at you. Thanks, and they're thinking, yep, I've lost. This is over.
Jeff and Mike, the judges had you face off in the final round doing portrait tattoos, and you could only use black and gray for color. The judges have had a chance to review your work, but before you hear from them, they want to hear from you. Jeff?
This was Matt's 2-year-old daughter, and I tried to keep it, on the lighter side, not too heavy on the dark side, and pretty comfortable with it.
I like your approach and how light it is. You didn't go dark. And the most important thing when you're doing a baby portrait is that it's super soft, because the minute you put too much detail in it, you start aging the person. And so you played it smart. The biggest problem I had is that it's still a floating head.
Yeah.
That really bothers me because I don't think I've ever seen a portrait on somebody where it's just a floating head.
It's important to just give it something to sit on rather than a balloon.
I like the little smile that you give the baby that matches the photo. I feel like personality and happiness when I look at this baby. It's a very nice tattoo.
Thank you. When you look at this eyebrow, it gives this baby a little bit more of a different character than what's in the photo references. In the photo reference, it's very, very soft hair. So I think it almost gives this baby more of a grown-up look. And so I would like to see that the values are a little bit softer. But overall, I think you did very well.
Thank you.
Mike, please tell the judges about your work.
This is his little newborn. He had like this little cotton type of blanket thing in there, and I just tried to incorporate that into it as best I could, and I'm pretty happy with it.
The thing that I really liked about this one was that there was a connection with the body. I really liked how you did the hair. It has a nice, soft baby feel to it, which is good. I guess my issue with it is I don't feel the cute with this. Babies are really, really soft, and this feels harsh.
Overall, it's a cool-looking tattoo. It definitely looked like the picture.
What I like about your tattoo is that you have flow to yours. I like that you added the body, you added the blanket. I like it. What I don't like is you put so many harsh lines. The lines should be a bit softer.
This was a really difficult thing to get on there and make it look like a flower. That specific thing that was attached to the baby's head was almost see-through.
Yeah.
I think you could have put a nice little tiny rose here, and we would have been like, wow, cool, he got a little creative with it, because that's not the portrait part. Portrait is the most important, is the face. All in all, it's very close, and you guys both did a great job.
Thank you.
Artists, we've heard what the judges have to say. Now I'm going to ask you to please exit the tattoo shop while they decide who's walking away with $10,000 and the title of Tattoo Titan.
There's a balloon head on one. That's just a floating head that looks like a balloon. And there's one that's got a way better flow.
They're both good, though.
The one person, he got better and he listened. That, to me, shows growth.
And growing as an artist.
Unfortunately, there's always one winner.
So, have you guys made a decision?
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's bring the artist in. Artists, our judges have made a decision. If it's your tattoo that appears on the screen, you are the next Tattoo Titan walking away with $10,000.
Guys, this was a really, really close call. Only one portrait was better when it came down to likeness, and that's the one we chose. All in all, you guys were both great, and I'm sorry, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
To lose the judges' choices, well, it's obviously devastating to me. I really needed that money bad. But, the best man won, what can I say? The world still hasn't seen the last of me.
Congratulations, you are a Tattoo Titan.
Now I'm Tattoo Titan. That's a pretty badass title. I like it. I could leave somewhere like a small city in Alabama, come in front of the whole nation, and do what I do best.
On an all-new Party Down South. Everybody has been talking about me and Walt, saying that there's obviously something between us, so hell, I'll go for it.
Seeing Maddie go on a date makes me excited and hopeful.
Jason and I really had a good date. I'm not used to being treated like that at all.
As Ryan's girl's drinking, she's getting, like, stupid.
Can I put your nipples? I don't notice Evan being annoying because I'm really smashed. Hell! Get her out of here.
Party Down South, an all-new episode, Thursday at 10/9 Central on CMT.